This is part 2 to the video that I did that's called Ascension and Money. Now, I don't profess to have all of the answers, nor do I believe that if I did have all of the answers, would I be able to cram that all into like a 10-minute video. I'm not offering this to diminish anyone's reality. I'm just trying to help. I have a background in finance. I was a certified financial planner for years, and I wrote a masterclass webinar called the Energy of Money Masterclass. And instead of rerunning the masterclass, which I just don't have the bandwidth to do right now, I'm going to give you some of the highlights from that masterclass in this video right now. In the original video, Ascension and Money, I talked about how every decision, every belief, and every way that you spend any form of abundance is a conversation with the universe. It is a conversation with yourself, with your higher self, and with the greater God consciousness. And that is absolutely true for all forms of abundance. Health, vitality, friendships, love, opportunities, collaboration. You are abundant. You're walking yourself back home to your truth. And the truth is that you are abundant, that in your truest nature, you don't know lack, nor do you need any outer reality to give you permission to be abundant. But there are more programs in the way of you stepping into that remembrance than most people even realize. So we're going to have a look at some of them in this video. First and foremost, I want you to understand and try to remember that money, in whatever currency or form that it takes, is simply energy. Money is just energy. And if you have an underlying belief that money is fill in the blank, any other word, then that is where you need to start. You need to start to clear your slate, your belief system, your unconscious programs, and all of the stories you were told growing up about what money is and who the people are that have money, and clean your slate. Money is just money, and it is an energy form. That's it. That is it. Money's not the root of all evil, nor is there a scarcity of it. So get really clear and clean about what your beliefs are and question them. So if you have certain beliefs, for example, money is the root of all evil, then examine that belief. Poke at it, ask it questions. Is that true? Well, that was my experience, but okay, that was your experience, but is it your experience? Is it true? Where is that coming from? Do I still want to carry that belief within me? Really poke around at what your beliefs and the stories you tell yourself. The next piece is this needs to be about responsibility, about maturity, about meeting yourself in truth, and not ever about anything reckless. I have heard some pretty reckless stories about people buying things and overextending themselves in the name of, well, the solar flash is going to come and wipe it all out anyway, so I'll be fine. That type of thing. That doesn't get you to where you're going. What we're actually doing here and what we're talking about in these conversations is about filling the foundation that have missing bricks and cracks in it so that you can stand firmly as the abundant nature that you are in the greater quantum field. So if you need a visual, for a lot of people, the foundation in which they stand upon has cracks and missing bricks. And it might not have anything to do with money. It might be a belief system. It might be a childhood trauma. It might be that they're a people pleaser, an overgiver. It might be that their unconsciousness is still running them more than they realize. Any form of any of this would be considered a leak, an energetic leak. So we want to help build your foundation. and we want to make it strong with all the bricks placed perfectly in place with no cracks whatsoever. And that is what you build upon as you expand and expand into your divine blueprint and your essence and emanation here as a conduit of source. So we do it with responsibility. And that responsibility means being responsible with your decisions while also creating momentum in the direction that you wish to go, not in the direction you have already been. So we don't go and put a boat on a credit card and go, well, there, I showed the universe how abundant I am. Let's watch the money roll in. We want to be responsible with what we have. And anyone that happens to be in any kind of a cycle that is, I'm abundant, then I'm broke, then I have money, then I'm broke, that too it's a cyclical pattern that is like the toroidal field's going in the wrong direction. There's a lot of beliefs and underlying programs that are creating that. So you have to get really, really clear about what you've got coming in and what you've got going out. What are wants and what are needs? And I know that this sounds like basic budgeting. Truth is that it is. It is. Being responsible with what you have and being conscious and aware with how you spend it is a big part of standing in the responsibility that you are going to take on as being a conduit of source. That is abundance, that is love, that is everything. So if you can make your what I've got coming in and what I've got going out, and I've got a penny left, that penny can make all the difference in your quantum field, in the ripple, in you creating momentum for a more abundant version of you that you are going to walk into at some future date. If you're short by a penny, then we know what direction that momentum is going to go in. Just the same as if you give to others from a cup that is completely depleted. If you give to other people from a place of people pleasing or unconsciousness, codependency, trauma bonding, but you're giving what you don't have to give, it's the same debt. It's all the same thing. And it all intertwines and weaves and has an effect on your quantum field, regardless of whether we're talking about how much energy you have to spend in a day or how much money you have to pay your bills. So keep filling your own cup by being responsible, being self-honoring, and being conscious and aware of how you spend everything. Everything you look at, everything you allow to rent in your head for free, everything that you spend every time you tap your card. And if you can come out with 1 penny more, then you are already working on abundance and filling all of the cracks in your foundation or where there could be missing bricks. It has to be done about being responsible. Understand that greed is also lack. That's just a basic understanding, but I know that there are a lot of people that look out in the world and see all of these people that they say are greedy people and that they're somehow different because they have money and they're greedy. They're still operating from the same template, the same bandwidth that someone that doesn't have money is operating from. Greed is expressed lack. It's the same thing. Reciprocate. One of the main templates for the 5th dimension is reciprocity. We don't siphon off of each other. We don't take from each other. Everything is an even and equal exchange, or better, because we deeply honor ourselves and then honor each other to the same level and value. So anyone that brings value into your reality, you should have some form of reciprocity with that person to give back. And giving back may be appreciation. It may be a small donation. It may be a thank you. It may be a share of that person's work, if it's content on social media, whatever it is that you do have to give, that you do have an abundance of, then be in reciprocity with people that are giving to you. This will help elevate your flow and your conversation with the universe. It shows integrity, it shows responsibility, and it shows maturity, that you understand that every single person's energy is meaningful, that their sacred life force that is being shared with you has value. And the more that you value yourself, the more you are going to be able to be in reciprocity. And like I said, it doesn't have to be money. If you don't have that level of abundance or abundance in that form, it can be a smile, a thank you, a small monetary donation, like whatever that is for you that you do have to give. Maybe it's a household item that you're finished with. It doesn't matter. But being in reciprocity is a really great way for you to up-level the field or the frequency that you normally operate from. Be able to receive with your whole heart. The universe is always working with you and always trying to bring you the level of abundance in whatever way, shape, or form that you can handle responsibly, based on the foundation that you're standing on, based on the expansion within your own quantum field. So be able to receive. This brings to mind the whole, the two people standing in the coffee shop saying, no, I'll pay, no, I'll pay. And, it goes back and forth like that. If someone offers you a gift of their creation, of their sacred spend of their energy, receive it with your whole heart. Don't do the back and forth thing. Don't be the kind of person that is always the giver and never the one that is able to receive. Whether what you are receiving is money, is a compliment, is a coffee, it doesn't matter what it is. Be in a place that you have built yourself up enough to be able to receive from others with your whole heart. It can be the smile from a stranger, and you can think to yourself, that was lovely. That was God smiling at me, and I'm going to let my whole heart feel that. So be able to receive and watch for the places where you're not receiving fully. The last piece is to get really conscious and really aware of where you are spending money in place of other things that would be more meaningful. So do you spend money to reward yourself, to numb yourself, to buy things for yourself because your relationships aren't working, or you don't like where you work, like what you do every day when you go to work? All of those things that you are using money as some kind of a tool or a stopgap or a band-aid measure to cover up the fact that you are not operating from a place of deep self-love and self-honoring, the universe isn't going to meet you there. The universe is only going to meet you in truth. So really be aware of when you are spending money, what are just habits that could be replaced with other habits that are more fulfilling, that are more up-leveling, that are more deeply honoring. Where you are making purchases in spite of your partner because your partner doesn't pay attention to you and that relationship's been flat for a long time and maybe you really shouldn't be in that relationship anymore. All of those types of things is you weaponizing the energy of money against yourself and therefore creating momentum in the wrong direction. So pay attention to how and when you spend money. Make your budget work so you have at least 1 penny extra. That will ripple and expand over time in an energetic way that will make a big, big difference. Be responsible with your money, reciprocate with those that bring value into your life, and be able to receive. Remember, money is just energy. We've got to get back to that level, and we got to be able to do this in a clean way, that we are no longer using money as an entity, weaponizing it, using it in the wrong ways, or perceiving that other people that might have more money than you as being something that they're not. So I hope that this helps. I really recommend that if you resonate with anything that I have said, that you watch this video again, make some notes, and then really start to pay attention and gradually start to make different decisions in your life. The abundance that you are is waiting for you to reclaim it. It's that simple. Until next time.